Hey everyone, welcome back to Castle Amber. I am joined by four lovely people, and we're going to quickly introduce ourselves. And let's start in the top left with Shiv.
Hi, my name is Sally, and I am on Twitter at Sally T. I am the co-host of an advice podcast called The Struggle Bus. We have a lot of fun, and I am playing Shiv, a bugbear assassin, labor union muscle enforcer.
Awesome. Let's go up to the top right with Dirk.
I'm Shane. My pronouns are he, him. You can find me on Twitter at Mundangerous, and I am one of the hosts of the Total Party Thrill podcast, which you can find on iTunes or wherever. And I am playing Dirk, the bugbear trickery cleric and twin brother from a different mother of Shiv. Quite literally different mothers, who is also union muscle for the Goblinoid Unionized Workers Union.
Excellent. And then back to the bottom left with Lockjaw.
I am Dylan. You can find me at DJ Malenfant. That is in the Twitch chat if you want to figure out how to spell my name.
Which I failed at several times, and I apologize for that.
You've tried, and I appreciate that you've put in an effort. Failing and pointless effort.
I keep putting him in on my XCOM squads, so like when he gets killed, his tombstone will be misspelled.
Which is like, that's what I expected out of life anyway. I'm playing Lockjaw the Reader, a hobgoblin warlock lawyer who has student debt issues and also is not a good lawyer, but like I just finished school, guys. I haven't had time to practice. Fucking back off, man.
Can you explain how did you get the title The Reader?
I learned to read.
All right. Okay, so it's literally just he's the one who can read.
Yeah, like I was good at reading. Like all the hobgoblins are taught to read and write in Goblin.
Right.
You know, you have to be able to follow orders and receive commands from on high.
Sure.
But every kind of unit has their reader who can intercept information. I can read in Goblinoid, Common, Giant, and Gnomish.
Super
and that
fancy.
made me the reader.
Of course. All right. Excellent. Thank you for that follow X Water. Much appreciated. Now we're going to go to the bottom right for Quaximum.
Motherfucker.
Hey, I'm Ishin. I'm the other host of Total Party Thrill. You can find me on Twitter at Evil Sans Carne. That's Malice minus Meat. And I'm playing Quaximum Lumber Stumper the 33rd, a gnome artillerist artificer who I guess has a business with Lockjaw the Reader.
Awesome.
A very successful business, by the way.
Yeah.
We have made plenty of money in our day. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And people come to us with problems. Okay, maybe not problems, maybe more like documents.
Right.
And, we fix them. Not fix them. We
Fix
sign
them. Right, yeah.
Who are you trying to convince?
Wait, so you're basically a notary? Is that what you're trying to say?
Potentially new customers out there, okay?
Wait, but you're just a two-dude notary. That's what you're trying to say. You make a ton of money through notarization. That does not play out.
That's right.
Every
Quill
notary
and
charges like $5. That does not play out at all. Speaking of money, though, you guys have made a tremendous amount of money so far because you all started out in a mine where you were basically gathering / stealing a bunch of mithril ore to the tune of about 7,500 gold each. You got to the mansion and you started betting on various things. You bet on a boxing match that Dirk won. You guys won a ton of money that way. You bet on a card game that you won. You won a ton of money that way, and a key that has been filled with various gems you've collected from Amber family members. And you're now just opening this door that lets you out of the West Wing. And as it swings open, the sounds of nature fill your ears. And before you is a titanic indoor forest with a meandering path that seems to curve to the south. And you can just hear the sounds of a lazy river twinkling by. There's birds, there's animals. You see several squirrels darting about. It feels like you're outside except for the domed glass roof above you, which shows a a midday scene. The sun's shining through, and there is none of the green fog, that green death fog that surrounds the mansion, apparently does not go this high, because you can clearly see the sun and clouds above you.
Wow. Quaximum is gonna flag down one of the squirrels.
All right. How are you going to do that?
Hello, my friend. Hello.
Are you doing anything or just saying hello to the squirrels?
I speak with small beasts.
Right, you do. Okay, so they kind of stop, and they look at you, and they kind of look at each other, and look back at you. Yeah?
I'm just wondering, is there anything dangerous, deadly in this lovely, beautiful forest?
Yes.
It seems many things are not what they seem around here.
Yes, it'll all kill you. You should leave. Leave us alone.
Oh,
Don't touch your acorns.
lovely.
Don't touch your acorns. And as they gather an acorn, it turns to solid gold.
Interesting.
And one of them darts off. And the other one kind of steps forward. The bigger one is like, you don't touch your
bigger
acorns,
squirrel.
you don't got a problem. You got
Dirk
it?
starts reaching towards an acorn.
And then like I do squirrels hiss? whatever they
here?
do when they're angry, like, and they all kind of like as long as are you reaching for a gold one or a normal one?
Oh, a gold one. I don't care about normal
Yeah,
acorns.
they just
I'm not listening to this. I'm just seeing a golden acorn, right?
they just
Like, I don't
snatch that
speak with
up
animals.
and they drag it back and it's just all kind of like angry at you, and you hear a rumbling like a 2.3 earthquake, right? Like a mild earthquake as you reach for this acorn.
This
Hold
is why
on.
I stay in cities.
Sam.
Quacks, can you find out if that's an acorn thing or a squirrel thing? Because we could leave the acorns be and just bring a squirrel home.
And throw acorns at it several times a day.
Yeah, I mean, that'd work for us. I mean, you wanted to get a pet for the office.
It's true. It's true.
I don't mean to interrupt you two, but you guys feel a rumbling? Quaxy, you know what's going on here? Can you ask one of your friends?
You're rumbling. Wait, do we hear it or feel a rumbling?
As Dirk reached for this acorn, this golden acorn, there was a rumble that began, and as he pulled his hand back, it quieted.
All right. I would like to try an Arcana check to find out what in the hell is going on.
Please roll.
All right. Quaxton's looking around, poking around. 15.
15. Yeah, the squirrels are clearly magical, and this is transmutation magic. So whatever's happening, it's coming from the squirrels themselves.
Interesting.
Like, wait, did the squirrels cause the earthquake?
That is undeterminable, but they definitely cause the acorns to become gold.
Okay.
I still want a golden acorn, though.
What you got? Says one of the squirrels. What you got?
It's asking you what you have in trade.
I reach into my bag and pull out some trail mix.
I would like you to roll a persuasion with advantage because trail mix is tasty.
Cool. That's what you use dice for, the thing that I forgot to prepare for this game.
All right. Well, you just lost advantage for that, but go ahead and get your dice.
Joke's on you. I will use my inspiration
Okay, that's fine.
and roll a 3.
Really? With inspiration?
Well, really 3 minus 2, so a 1.
Wow. And they're like, and
Ouch.
they look at that and they look around to their bountiful forest filled with fruits and vegetables and other delicious things, and they just laugh at you like a mocking squirrel laugh. The tiniest mock, like being mocked by a smurf.
This feels like a trap, but I'm still going to punish these squirrels.
Please don't punish the squirrels.
How are you going to punish a squirrel?
I draw my dirk. It's my namesake.
And the squirrels like begin to back up and the rumbling increases. Like it comes back and now it's shaking to the point where it's not knocking you off your feet, but it's unsettling.
Sentences no one thought they would say. I get between Dirk and the squirrel. Look, I get it.
I don't like being insulted by any type of small vermin.
And I understand that. That's completely fair.
What the fuck you call it vermin?
Loxy,
Don't translate that.
the last squirrel
should I
that
stop?
the last squirrel that got on Dirksy's nerves met a bad end. So if I were you, I wouldn't get in between the two of them.
All I'm saying is every time a squirrel has been annoyed, there's been an earthquake. And this place, I don't know if you've noticed this yet, is all kinds of fucked. We're in a forest. I don't know if you caught that.
Yeah, that's the whole thing that I don't like, remember, is the stupid forest. Let's just, fine. Forget the squirrels. Let's just move on. But
They've used this opportunity, by the way, to scatter. So they are gone.
Okay.
great. There goes dinner, too.
Here's what we're going to do. This place probably has another magic key with like 17 different gems, or we have to assemble a seal, or there's like a weird slidey tile puzzle to open a magic door. We're just going to work our way further into the castle. We're going to meet new Ambers. We're going to figure out who's in charge. We're going to kill that guy. And then we go home, hopefully, maybe.
All right. Well, sounds like you got it all figured out.
Yeah, let's go with that. It'll be fine.
Just fine. All right. Well, there is a path. You can also clearly hear a river, like directly to a little bit east and west, right? The forest is thick and overgrown, but you can take whichever path you want. You can either follow the path in front of you or explore on your own.
I don't think everyone here is... We're all leaning a little city mouse, ain't we?
Yeah.
Let's stick to the road.
Okay.
Also, if we wander off into the forest, we're definitely going to create a problem with Dirk and woodland creatures.
You'll have to kill something. All right. So you'll start off along this path, and it is a well-kept path, finely, carved little stones that have each been placed just the right way. All the cracks are free of weeds, so clearly this is a maintained area. Just off the path, the trees are so thick that it's hard to see, but shapes are moving. Sounds are bouncing back and forth, and there's this constant activity on either sides of the path as you walk about.
So we can hear movement, but we don't see anything.
Yeah, it's like it's almost like it's bouncing back and forth. Like you'll hear like the weird cry of an animal you've never heard, and it'll bounce across the path, and you'll see a shape move in the shadows and then vanish. And there's just this weird kind of play back and forth. It's very disorienting and kind of creepy.
I'm gonna get my packed weapon ready and just have like massive fucking maul over the shoulder, just like no, I'm not. I don't trust any of this. An amber's gonna come out. That amber's not gonna have toes anymore. It's all gonna be fine. I just want to go back inside.
Shiv's gonna draw his fatal mortal combat sword and like go off the path a little bit and snoop around and see what I can see.
No, this is gross. Why are we going here? Says the sword.
Just keep your voice down. I'm looking for something.
Are you hacking things to clear your path?
Yeah.
You better clean me. I do not go in the woods. This is not where I belong.
Is there any possibility of you doing your job without talking about it the whole time?
No, there isn't, because you're mean and I don't belong here. I belong in the land of law.
How would you like to get smelted back to the land of law?
I would not like that. I will be quiet now.
Okay, all right. Then we've reached an agreement.
Okay. Your hands are tiny. Actually, they're not, because you're a bugbear. So your hands are big and hairy, which is even worse. All right, so you're clearing through things. I would like a perception roll.
Okay.
Just while Sally's getting
Not too
her
shabs.
roll there, if I'm detecting magic, can I basically track the sword as she's wandering off?
Yeah, it's hard. This whole forest is magic. So you get a lot of background radiation, but right now, yes, you are able to track it.
Okay.
And I rolled a 12.
Okay, so you are hacking through the forest in front of you, and about 10 feet in, you simply fall forward, and I need a dexterity save.
Okay. 14.
The ground gives out from underneath you. You fall straight down 10 feet and impale your left leg on a big, huge spike. She
I
just vanishes in front of
shout.
all of you. Yeah.
Yeah, the moment I see that signal like vertically move, like, oh fuck, start going forward.
All right, so you are at the edge of a pit, and you're looking down, and Shiv is at the bottom of a pit with a giant wooden. The whole bottom of it is covered in these big wooden spikes, and one of them has impaled him in the left leg.
Oh, Loxy, help me out. I got a some kind of a spike through the old leg.
And you take, while I'm at it, you take 11 points of damage.
Please keep in mind that you had 13 temporary hit points.
There you go.
Oh,
Is that-
true.
Is that halved by Shiv's
Oh yeah, my reaction.
evasion?
Is it an attack?
No, because it's not an area attack, right? It has to be an area attack to be halved by evasion, doesn't it? Am I wrong about that? I usually am.
Just a deck save.
Oh, it's just a dex save? Well, then, yeah, it's halved. So,
No, it's when an attacker that you can. You're talking about uncanny dodge, right?
right.
Shane?
I thought that was an area
got,
effect.
Okay, never mind.
She's uncanny
Sorry.
dodge, not
Right?
evasion. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
was
evasion,
right.
not yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, it's actually
do you know?
also not area of effect.
It
So
is deck saves. Yeah.
Okay,
it's
gotcha.
when
Sorry.
an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack, you can use a reaction to have the damage.
Oh,
She's
interesting.
uncanny dodge.
Yeah. Okay, so would that apply here?
I don't
No,
really
you
think I was like
didn't roll an
attacked
attack.
by the
Right.
Yeah.
And you also didn't see it. So,
It was a failed save.
So
right.
in many ways,
Yeah.
it doesn't.
so you're impaled through your leg. However, you had temporary
Melted
hit points.
tiger traps.
So you're kind of fine. Just weird. Just
All right,
totally weird.
I'm gonna lean down and just try to pull Shiv up.
Do you have a 10-foot reach with your arm? She's 10 feet down. I mean, he's 10 feet down.
Well, he fell 10 feet and he's like 7 feet tall, and I can reach down the thing.
And I also
That's fair.
have I'm long limbed.
Yeah, Shiv does.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
gangly
I'm also long limbed.
All right. All right.
point.
So, but between all of you, you get Shiv out of the hole. Shiv, I need you to make a Constitution save once you get out.
Okay. That is a 13.
Okay. As you look down to the wound, even though you're relatively uninjured, the wound is already turning like a deep purple, and you don't feel particularly well.
Loxy, can you do something? Or Quaxy, I feel like a pincushion over here. Something's not right.
This is not feeling like a this phrasing is gonna land poorly, but this is not currently a me type of problem. I'm gonna get you
Well-
back to Dirk. I break things. That's the only thing I'm good at. You might have caught that by now.
Okay. Dirksy,
I can only assume that whatever was in the bottom of that pit was critical to investigate. So, thank you for your service.
you're welcome. And I'm gonna pretend that your voice is not dripping with sarcasm.
Well, and also, I think this now qualifies as hazard pay. So,
That's a good
Go ahead.
point. Look, I found the hole. We were looking for traps. I found one. Did I find it the hard way? Sure.
But it was
We were
definitive.
looking for traps. We were trying to just get through the mansion without dying.
Someone
And-
like me, Loxy, I'm always looking for traps.
and he's not dead. Therefore, hazard pay.
Success.
Well, you were completely entitled to everything inside that pit, so I don't think we need to pay any extra.
Well, the only thing inside that pit was something unfortunate as Shiv begins to sweat and feel an uncomfortable chill.
I think I know where this is going. I'll make a medicine check, please.
Okay,
I want to
please roll.
Investigate her wound.
Yes.
All right, I'm fortunately more competent at that. That is an 18.
Yeah, she's been poisoned. Probably plant-based. It seems to be affecting her rather quickly, and you can see like little blacks, like the veins that are near the surface of this wound are black and spidering. And as you look carefully, you can ever so see them extending, like maybe a centimeter every minute, just the slightest little expansion. But it's definitely moving through his body.
This seems like a natural poison, though, not
Yes.
a magical thing.
No, it feels like it's plant-based. It's something you've seen before. You don't have the exact name for it, but it's definitely a naturally occurring poison.
I mean, I do know a thing or two about poisons.
Yes.
That is in our wheelhouse.
Yeah. Right.
As a team.
Right. It's a really nice shop you got here. Shame if something should happen to it.
It'd be a real shame if you had to eat some of your own nightshade, you know?
So are we in cut the leg off territory? Because
Whoa, whoa, whoa. This is one of my most special legs.
Fucking gross.
That's top 2 best legs on Shiv.
It's my second favorite leg.
Absolutely. Just
Well-
back up there. We can find a solution.
It's now spread from your thigh to just under your knee.
Does Maglubiet have anything for this?
Like I said, I'm more about causing poison than healing it. But maybe I have a natural remedy that could help.
All right.
Can I look through like a healer's? Do I have anything for this? Like
Do you have a
a
healer's
healer's
kit? You tell
I do-
me.
yeah.
Okay.
I do have a healer's kit.
Then I would roll me. Okay, so you identified it. Roll me one more to see if you can cure it.
That's going to be the same 18.
Damn. Yeah. So you
Nice.
go through it for. Describe to me how you cure this poison.
I snake bite this, right? Like
Yeah.
that's the way the bugbears cure poison, right?
yeah.
So like I
I'm
just
pretty sure you have to pee on it. You have to pee on it.
right, don't be gross. No. But yeah, no, I just go and start literally like sucking the poison out of the leg wound until like he says yes, it's retracting, and then I like spit it out and keep going through it just like a rattlesnake bite.
Yep.
Just like bugbears solve rattlesnake bites.
Right. like you just solve everything. Cutting and sucking. That's all you guys do.
Right.
So it takes you about 10 minutes, and you're able to get this poison out of Shiv. And Shiv, you feel a little uncomfortable and weak, but you don't feel like you're getting worse.
Dirksy, you saved me. I owe you one. Next time, next rattlesnake bite is on me.
That's fair. And I think we chest bump.
Yeah, we definitely chest bump.
Right. All right.
Shiv
Excellent.
stumbles back into the
This
pit
is-
again.
Why I keep my fur so short, because you don't want to know how many times I've been poisoned. It just gets in the way.
That's right. All right.
Occasional
Excellent.
hazard.
Then do you guys continue on? And do you want to stick to the path, or do you want to continue into the forest?
We've now wandered into the forest because we had to get Shiv out of a hole.
Correct.
Like, Shiv, did you want to keep going that way? Were you going after something, or?
Well, I was just looking around. I was seeing if I could find some information. Since neither of you chuckleheads could figure out the deal with the earthquake and we couldn't get our boy a golden acorn, I was taking it upon myself to do some recon.
I hold back on any response out of respect for the important work
teeth.
that Guru does.
All right. So what are you guys doing?
Do you want to keep pushing into the woods? Because I got a really great feeling that it's going to be loaded with more holes full of spikes, or like they'll have that thing where they bend a tree back and then there's a little loop and then you get flung up into the air.
Oh yeah, the Bugs
So,
Bunny shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I assume this is all Bugs Bunny shit.
You can just see the bank of the river just through the clearing of the woods, maybe 20 feet beyond this pit.
Well,
Let's
I keep going on the path or to the river.
All right.
Take a look at the river.
If there's one thing I know about traps, it's that you don't trap something that isn't valuable.
Yes, what a
Smart.
valuable hole.
My boy's wicked smart.
All right. So you want to edge your way around the pit and make your way to the river.
Yeah.
All
Let's
right.
do that then.
Okay. So you guys, with the map a bit, you're going to make your way to the river. And I'm going to jump forward a bit. So this river winds through the forest. You can see it kind of like basically starting up to the north and then winding past trees where you can't see where it goes. You can see it going on to the south, and it seems to get louder a little bit to the east and south from the banks of where you are. And as you're looking around, I need a perception roll from the first person to arrive at the bank. Who would that have been?
I think that's probably me now.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me
now
a
that, Now that we
perception.
know we need to be careful.
Yeah.
25.
Okay, so you get to the banks and you kind of throw your arms wide because you see it right away. There are crocodiles in the river.
Classic crocodile trap.
Trap or
Well, it's a trap if you're a wildebeest, isn't it? didn't think I knew about wildebeest, did you? Just a dumb bugbear over here.
I mean, I was more just gonna say, like, seems like they just live here. It isn't really a trap. They're just in the place that they are. Like you're not a walking bugbear trap.
Disagree.
You know what? I should have seen that point coming. I'm gonna defer to you on that one. You got that point.
Are you a walking
Anyway.
bugbear trap? Would you refer to yourself as a trap? It seems kind of dismissive.
I mean, I think
Thanks, Ishan.
Dirk sees himself as a pretty dangerous person who at any moment could have a dirk to your throat.
That's fair. Yeah.
He's that kind of trap.
Yeah.
I don't know that he's a thirst trap in the way that he just lost more charisma on this trip. That is a -2.
Wait, charisma does not attach to sex. I'll make this clear. Charisma is not attractiveness. I have this issue all the time. You can be fucking gorgeous and be intolerable. Trust me, as a gay man, I can really reassure that. You can be really hot and be a monster that no one wants to be around.
I know, but I'm both.
Excellent. All right, so you're at the bank of the river. You can see the crocodiles. It seems pretty thick with them. You can see at least half a dozen from right where you are.
It's too many crocodiles.
Well, how many is not too many? Frankly, like one
I mean,
is too
there's
many.
4 of us.
Good
We
point.
could probably kill a crocodile.
Depends how many belts you need.
There's at least 7 belts, a couple pair of shoes, maybe a nice jacket or a throw. There's a lot of good alligator leather out
A
there.
clutch.
Yeah, oh, certainly a clutch.
They're too
Alligator
big
teeth.
for me to talk to. Unless, are there any babies?
I'm also gonna go ahead and
You know
say
what?
that crocodiles probably don't qualify as woodland creatures.
Quaxima,
beasts.
roll me. These are woods. Quaxima, roll me. Okay, call high or low. That's what I want you to do. Call high or low.
Hi.
Okay, so yeah, there's a little baby crocodile just kind of hanging out near the edge,
This is gonna go
just
so
kind of
bad.
rolling onto its side and rolling onto its side. Snap, 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 snap.
Dibs.
Practicing its death rolls.
Yeah.
It is. It's like grabbing a little
Adorable.
twig and like. "Arr, arr, arr, arr."
All right. So in that case, Quaxum is going to leap into what he would spy to be a safe branch in the
Okay.
tree.
Okay.
So
Done.
he will look first.
Yes.
Make sure there's no snakes.
No
or
snakes.
giant
No
spiders
squirrels.
up there.
You're good.
Okay. All right. That's good. Right. Or Midas squirrels. Right?
Sure.
Springs pop out of the bottom of his boots. He leaps up into a high branch,
Excellent.
perches up there, and says, "Very nice death roll, my friend." And the other crocodiles should not be able to understand me because I can only speak with small beasts.
All right. Well, this crocodile seems to understand. You're like, yes, I am good. I am good. My mother says I'm good. I do the best biting.
Excellent biting. Very good. Could you maybe give me the lay of the land or the water, as it were?
Water.
What
Good.
do you do here? Do you
We-
eat? It looks back at Dirk. Wildebeests?
No other beast. No. Deer, yes. Fish, yes.
Deer, yes,
Never
delicious,
squirrels.
delicious deer.
Never, ever squirrels.
Oh,
But
what
fish, yes.
happens if you try to eat a squirrel?
Yeah, we die. Hill cracks open. We all die.
Hill
Oh,
cracks open,
dang.
everyone dies. Wonderful. Good. Quaximum will reach into his bag and pull out tear off a bit of his rations, like jerky, and throw it down to the little crocodile as a thank you.
Okay, so the little crocodile kind of like sneaks up, sneaking left or right, kind of curls around it, and then like rolls around eting it.
Roll, yes, very good.
You are good. You are nice. Not like others. Hopefully you won't die.
How did they die? The
Horribly.
others?
Everywhere. But they were tasty. Pieces of them fell into the river. We ate them, buried their bones.
Wonderful. Okay, thank you. And then he will jump back down and report this to everybody else. Many people die, often.
So did you find out like where the river comes from, where it goes, or
How they
like
die.
Oh no, it was a baby.
Yeah, he literally found out no useful information whatsoever.
Don't touch the squirrels.
don't kill the fucking squirrels?
That's fair. You found that out. Yeah.
The squirrels open the hills.
Like this move from don't kill the squirrels, it doesn't seem necessary to don't fucking kill the squirrels.
Well, if we're not going to kill the squirrels, then perhaps we could negotiate with the squirrels.
Interesting.
They do seem like they carry a lot of authority in the area.
They do seem to be in charge, yes.
Well, then they're the only ones we want to negotiate with.
But
I don't negotiate
I don't
with middle managers.
disagree that the squirrels are apparently in charge here. That's a baffling turn of events that Darwin would be rolling in his grave over. But we don't care about this forest. I want to leave this fucking shithole so that we can find whoever has the most money, take that money, and then leave this godforsaken house. Do I need to remind us that we're still in a fucking house?
Right.
In a dimension surrounded by poison gas that is preventing us from, and Dirk, I'm going to try to speak directly to your soul, from making a lot of money that we can spend on things.
Oh, no, I agree with all of that. My concern is that we're not going to leave this place without some type of help from the squirrels.
Which
They
have
clearly have all the
vanished, by
power
the
here.
way, after you threatened them. They are nowhere in sight.
Have we seen any sort of exit from the woods into another wing of the house?
From where you are, nothing. It's the woods are so thick, the trees are so tall. Some of them reach 80 feet into the air. So right now, no, you see the river in front of you. You see a little bit of woods this way, a little bit of woods that way. The river kind of continues to meander. You could walk along the banks if you wanted to, or you could return to the road, or you could try and cross it.
So, do we want to play on the odds that the river is something the Ambers did and flows from the house just wherever the fuck it goes? No one knows what's going on here.
How
We
wide is
fought
the river?
It's about 20 feet wide,
Oh,
and it's
I can
quick
just jump
moving.
across it.
You could.
Or do we figure
Same.
the water's flowing from basically nowhere?
Well,
Because if it's flowing from outside in, then following the river is going to get us basically nowhere because we're going to walk into poison gas and die. And I don't like that.
the
as an
river
option.
seems to come from the house.
Based
Then-
on what?
Well, based on the fact that it's here. Every other thing that we've crossed has been part of the house.
That's fair.
So
It
this
sound
probably
like
came
it
with
was-
it. It's not like our crocodile friend said, "Oh, it's a new stream. We're really happy with our new house." Like this water is great. I love it. I've never seen it before. It just got here when we arrived a day ago.
That's true. That's fair.
Then follow the river. Try not to fight crocodiles, but let's be honest with ourselves. We're probably going to wind up with a crocodile problem at some point.
Or we just
Oh.
follow the road.
Other option.
Have we thought about who these squirrels are, though?
I mean, they're squirrels. They're magical
No.
squirrels.
I think they're ambers too.
Oh.
Did the squirrels have reddish fur, or they just look regular squirrels?
I mean, they look like normal squirrels, like normal little gray squirrels. You'll occasionally get one of slightly different coloring, maybe an all black squirrel, right? But for the most part, they're just like what you would expect to see. Nothing seems special about them whatsoever,
Except for the
mean, aside
magic
from
and
the
the
gold.
fact that they have a Midas touch.
except for the
nothing
fact that they
special
turn
about them.
things to gold. Otherwise than that,
The
they're
gold
completely
thing,
normal.
The earthquake thing, the splitting open of a mountain and horrible death thing.
Yeah.
Aside from that, perfectly normal.
Totally
squirrels.
normal.
Yeah. So here's my thinking is, squirrels seem special. Squirrels seem to turn things to gold. That's kind of the whole theme of the Ambers being cursed, is all of their obsession with their wealth. So
Truth.
I think that these squirrels are probably somehow cursed in the same way that the Ambers we met earlier are. So we probably have to end up negotiating with them anyway. And like I said, if I'm going to do negotiating at sword point or otherwise, I would like to negotiate with the boss.
The boss squirrel.
Whoever's got the most power at the table, that's who I want to talk to, not some underling.
I don't see a table. We are in a forest.
Well, then we'll build a table and invite the squirrels.
Ah, an axe.
Do you want to
Something
start
next.
chopping down trees to build a table?
I'm not being paid to chop down shit.
I have basically
that's someone's
no
job.
carpentry
That's
skills.
that's union labor. We're not We're not
I'm not-
scabs. We're not doing someone's job.
Right. You want to go hire those goblins back there to come here and chop your wood for you at a fair day rate, that's fine. But you didn't pay me for that, so I'm not doing it.
I mean, I don't have my seal. I'm not a carpenter, so I'm a lawyer and I'm not good at that. So let's not fucking see what kind of table I can come up with.
Quaxman is a wood carver.
Of course.
Are you
Of
going
course,
to carve a
Quaxman is.
table?
It'll be a
There's
very
a bit-
small table.
There's a bit between
It would
tree
be a
and
perfectly
carving
sized
in
table
the
for normal people.
Yes, of course. I'm sorry. Pardon me. We have a perfectly sized table for normal people and giant for the squirrels, frankly. So, yes, absolutely.
Yes, only I will be happy.
So, do you want to spend, I guess, the next 20 minutes carving a tiny table? Okay,
No.
excellent.
Okay. So river full of crocodiles. Crocodiles afraid of squirrels, but still probably not regularly interacting with squirrels. I will say probably head back to the road, which will wind up running into squirrels, or we'll find the wall and we'll find the giant magic door that is definitely locked, and we'll be able to figure out what kind of magic key we're negotiating for with the squirrels. We can
And
do
if you-
some recon before we find the king squirrel and make Quacks negotiate with it. I want to make it abundantly clear that none of us speak squirrel, only Quacks does. Do we want to really make this a case of negotiating with the squirrels?
I'm very charming.
You are. I honestly do love you, but like the information you got out of the crocodile was
Very
I live in
effective.
the water.
Yeah, you're
There
very,
are
very
deer
charming.
here.
You ask bad questions. That would be the issue.
I ask fascinating questions about interesting subjects.
Don't disagree with you. I just
I
can-
will say the road does look very open and safe.
Fair enough. Okay.
and not full of crocodiles.
So you return to the road. Are you walking in any particular fashion?
I think the bugbears are going to have to go up front now, right? We've run into one trap, so we should probably.
Be on the
Start-
lookout.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay, so you guys are like kind of like in defensive formation. Is that about right?
Yeah, that
okay.
sounds right.
Yeah.
So you walk for a little while longer. And again, that the noise and shadows are all playing just beyond your vision. Every time you try and focus on them, it seems like they jump to the other side. It just keeps you a little bit on edge. And you come and you curl around as you get to the south, and you start to head due east. And there is a clearing in front of you where the road continues south and east. And in the middle of it is this young, blonde-haired, fair maiden stretched over a chest with a unicorn laying beside her and its head wrapped around her shoulders. And they both just appear to be having a nap.
That's a trap.
Now that's a trap if I ever saw one.
Are you sure that's not an amber? Not that the ambers in general are not like walking human traps, but like
I'm not sure of anything other than that. That's a trap.
Arcana.
Okay. Go ahead. And, yeah.
Is this a real unicorn?
Give me a
And
roll.
if it is a real unicorn, does everything we think we know about unicorns apply?
Fair enough.
Whoa. Hold on. What's my Arcana? I did well. 30.
Wow. Really? Jesus. Okay. Yes. So
It's
here's
about as well as
everything you know. That is definitely a unicorn, but more importantly, that's a gold dragon
The
in
lady?
human form. Yep. And like as you look really closely, as she's snoring, the tiniest bit of flame, just that you would never have seen it, like that kind of like invisible blue flame, right? Just a little bit, just around her nostrils every time she breathes out.
Gold
Okay.
dragons are lovely and kind. We should say hello to her. And then
I'm sorry,
Quaxman
gold dragons
will
are lovely,
wave.
but that's a lady and a unicorn.
Wave is she's a gold dragon. Waves his hand and then like a
that
peal of harp music plays. Not too loud. Just
Dirk is digging into his bag for a new holy symbol
Oh,
and replaces the symbol of Maglubiet with the symbol of Palor.
hello. Hello, strangers. Oh, yes, Uni, we have guests. And rubs the unicorn's mane, and it's kind of like, and looks up at you. And if a unicorn could frown, that's kind of what you're getting. Oh, Excuse me, I was just so tired and such a lovely day. Who are you?
We are Reader and Lumber Stumper and Associates, and these are
No,
they're not our
names are
associates
not necessary. Just
a legal sense, but like they're
Your
not
names
the
are
associates
lovely.
referred to. But
You're all lovely. Your fur is and reaches out to Shiv. Like your fur is so lovely.
Shiv is like jumps back.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's been so long since I've seen people. I forget how to act. I apologize. And she stands
it's
up
all right.
and
Paws off the fur lady.
she bows. My name is Allison.
and if you had a last name, it wouldn't happen to start with an A and end with a MB.
Oh, do you mean if I'm an Amber? Am I
Yeah,
one
I'm
of...
really-
No. I came to this place so
Hit her a couple
long
times.
ago.
She's not.
I've been here so many years, but it's so nice. There's food and warmth and quiet, and no one comes to try and kill me, which is nice.
See, this is what I've been saying. We could just live here forever.
No.
You could live here
Beat up.
forever. You could stay with me. We could have tea.
I love
And
tea.
she reaches in and she opens up her chest, and you see a pile of platinum. Like it fills it to the brim. And she pulls out a platinum tea set and closes that chest again and starts laying out tea for everyone. Magic, since you rolled so well, magic is emanating from this tea set. So as she's pouring it, it is clearly generating tea. It's perfect. It's hot. It smells amazing.
Quaxum takes a seat not too close to the unicorn because he suspects there's maybe the whole virgin thing.
The
And
what?
Quax fucks.
Like they eat. Oh,
Yeah, like what virgin thing? It's like a unicorn. Is that a thing with unicorns?
they only hang out
it's
with
in the
virgins sometimes.
traditional lore.
Okay.
They only like virgins.
Just let me just like underline something. Anything that's driven by the patriarchy is not going to be part of my world. So there's no fucking way that's part of this. But so I'm just going to cut that out. It's just a unicorn that does not seem happy to see you. How about that?
All right. Sits down, absolutely partakes of tea.
Oh, it is amazing. And anyone who is injured in any way or restricted in any way, which I don't believe any of you are, but if you were, it is healing.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna honestly just sit down next to the, like not directly next to the unicorn, but I'm gonna sit down near the unicorn, have some tea, look over, and go. So I didn't do a whole lot of magic. Are you a horse?
Are you talking to the unicorn?
Yeah.
As soon as you hear horse, the unicorn looks up at you and leans down and places its horn right in that hollow of your throat and glares.
Okay.
And then leans
you're
back.
misreading. I mean, are you smart like a horse, or are you smart like?
And it's okay, Uni. It's okay. He doesn't
don't-
know. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. It's okay.
That's why I'm asking. I want.
Uni is
I felt
very
that a lot.
special. Very special, but kind of sensitive. So you've got to shut the fuck up with the horse shit, okay? Thanks.
So, he's intelligent. That's all I wanted to know.
Yes, smarter than all of us. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, cool. I just
Also,
wanted-
smarter than a human is not okay.
No, it's smarter than all of us.
Smart as a human. Yeah.
Smarter than
Oh,
anyone.
it's a lockjaw. Not a good point of comparison.
No.
I just wanted to know if it had a grasp of language. We've got your tiers. like
Uni
mice,
Uni
monkeys,
understands. Uni
humans,
chooses not to speak.
us.
Uni expresses
do-
themselves in other ways, like interpretive dance.
Could I do an insight check on
Yeah.
this lady to
Totally.
see if there's anything about her saying she's not an amber that rings false?
Totally.
Okay. Well, that's not great. That's a 7.
She seems to be telling the truth. In fact, she seems rather confident and casual about it. So, there's nothing about her that seems like she's holding back in any way whatsoever.
She's on the level, fellas. I'm sure of it.
Allison, can I ask you a question?
Of course you can.
Why are you still here?
Well,
Everyone else wants to leave this place. Why aren't you trying to leave too? You're not even an amber.
but why would I leave? Every time before, people came for me. Steal my gold, steal my scales, enslave my people. They slaughtered so many. I spent every day worrying.
I
don't want to think
big,
about it.
Big vibes from me too.
From the goblinoids.
Yeah.
You
We
understand?
had a lot of problem with that
Yes.
in our neck of the woods. We kind of had to unionize and, fight the power.
You know how they are. They don't understand. They don't mean to. They're not bad per se, but they're confused and they make life so hard, and there are none of them here. There are the Ambers, but they leave me alone. I get to live here in peace, and I have Uni. What else would I need?
You seem like a good person,
Thank you.
so don't take this the wrong way, but you're not really helping anybody here.
Well, what do you need? You haven't told me what you need. You just said I'm not helping, which is kind of mean.
Oh, no, I'm not asking for your help. I'm just saying, maybe larger goals. I'm just being manipulative at this point.
Sure.
But,
Well, what
because
do
I'm
you-
a very bad person.
Well, what do you want me to do? You seem like nice people. I'd love to help you. I'd help you in any way I can.
Misinterpretation
We're
of the situation.
not really nice people at all. We're just trying to leave.
Oh, well, you can't. At least I don't know how you could. Maybe ask the Ambers, but they're all so very strange.
Where was the
Agreed.
last time you spoke to an Amber?
And she looks nervous for a second, and she looks towards the north. And he patrols regularly with the hunt.
Does he look like a squirrel?
No, he's very large. He rides a stag, and he has companions. The tiger people and the wolf people ride with him.
Wait, like
Pardon me, wolf people?
Tiger
Yes,
people?
the people who are wolves. Sometimes
Like-
they're people, sometimes they're wolves. Moon comes out, rawr. Those people.
Wonderful.
okay, and the tiger people, what's their hand situation? Is it like
Forwards,
Or like-
backwards?
Oh, it's like kind of like weird and backwards. Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Alright.
So two of those.
Well, they're not
Two of the
deaf.
wolfy people, and then yes, him. Oh, he's very scary, and not very nice. Likes his place to be in order. David, that's the name. Likes his place to be in order. I don't stay around when he comes. When that hill cracks open, you should not be here.
Does he come out of the hill, or what comes out of the hill when it cracks? Some crocodiles mentioned that earlier.
Yes, the whole hunt emerges from the hill. It's all very terrifying.
When does that happen?
Whenever he wishes. Whenever he wants to
When-
patrol. Whenever he wants to enforce his borders. This is his domain. He has created everything. He dug the pits. He laid the traps. He
I
carved the
lean into
river.
Shiv and just kind of, it happens when someone fucks with the squirrels.
What did I tell you?
Don't mess
Lexi?
with the squirrels. Like, she can hear very, very well. Do not mess
Yeah,
with the
she's a dragon.
squirrels. The squirrels are favored.
Honestly, I got nothing against the squirrels. I like the
Like my
squirrels.
boy's
fine.
been saying.
Yes, what can you tell us about the squirrels? I had a nice conversation. They seem
Yes.
genial enough, but
Oh, you talk to them? You could talk to squirrels.
indeed.
And she leans down and she pours another cup of tea and she hands it to you and says, "You are very special if you can talk to the squirrels." Would you tell them I said hello?
Don't say things like
I
that.
try and talk to them
Lord.
so much. I
Yes,
try and
yes,
tell
I'll
them, but
deliver a message from Allison, of course.
they
of course,
all
yes.
run away from me. They know what I am. And it scares them. But please tell them that I find them quite amusing.
Excellent. Why can they turn acorns to gold?
Oh, because they're magical.
That was helpful.
That simple question, simple answer, I suppose.
They have magic. And when they touch the acorns, they turn to gold because of magic.
I see.
From Uni, who agrees?
Who agrees with the fact that when they touch the thing, it turns into gold?
Absolutely. Ask and answer.
Are they servants of David Amber? Which, this is a very good gnomish name, and I'm not happy that someone not so unkind has it.
He seems to like
David?
them, and they seem to like him. Everything in this forest more or less serves David because it's his. So I'd have to say yes, they do serve him. As do I. As does Uni. And Uni like gives you that kind of like, fuck if I do. You know?
This is a unicorn after my
He's
own
growing
heart.
on me.
It's a very bitter unicorn.
Who isn't bitter in this place, honestly?
Truth.
Like,
A unicorn
Well, okay.
knows a gilded cage when it sees one. You know what I mean?
listen, here's my pitch. What if we're not going to hurt the squirrels? Because, like, what are we getting out of that? But if we fuck with the squirrels, David will show up. And if David shows up, we can find our way out of here. We can push him for it.
Gosh, that sounds risky.
Yeah. Let's say, Allison, that you were a intrepid band of adventurers attempting to escape this prison.
Oh, I like to roleplay. Okay, yes, I am a band of adventurers. Grr, I am fierce and I want to steal shit and take it and bring it back to me even though it already belonged to someone else. And I'm really disrupting the natural order of how things happen. And I treat monsters like they're not people even though they're intelligent and clearly have families. I'm right with you. Yes, I am an adventurer.
First of all, I feel seen. Second of all, how would you go about leaving this garden yourself?
Well,
dying.
there
Assuming,
where
yeah,
would you like to go? I've explored a little bit.
what are the options?
Well, you could go to the north and enter the chapel, but there's another door to the east that I've never been able to understand. I saw some adventurers go in there once, but they never came back. But that was only once. Everyone else usually
Yeah.
dies before they get there.
And what's in the chapel?
Oh, I don't know. I've kind of looked through the door. It's pretty. It's a bunch of statues.
But no one's ever been in there that
Oh,
you've
no,
seen?
lots of people have gone in there. Some of them have come out.
Okay. But, did they tell you what was in the chapel?
No, I don't talk to most of them. Try and avoid them. Some of them are nice. Most of them are really angry, really mean.
That sounds like adventurers, honestly.
Yeah,
Angry before they go in or after? Or both?
both. Just mean. Most of you never actually stop to talk to me, or no one drinks tea with me. You are kind of lovely. I like you. I'm going to call you my friends.
Well, thank you. Might I take some of this tea to go?
Of course you may. And she goes, opens up her chest, and again, this gleaming pile of platinum, and she pulls out several glass vials, and she closes it, and she pours tea into each vial, one for each of you, and she hands them to you, this amber glowing tea. And now you each have a healing potion that heals 2d8 plus 5 damage.
Nice.
Dope.
Thank you.
Oh, you
That's
are
very
so
kind of you.
welcome. Thank you for being so kind and so handsome.
So, I guess
Why, thank you.
You're seeing something different than I see when I look in the mirror, but I appreciate your circumspection about my disfigurement.
She leans forward and she cups her hands just gently on the side of your face and looks directly into your eyes. You never let anyone tell you you're not beautiful. Your soul is beautiful. Your fur is beautiful. Your eyes are dangerous but kind. And you never let anyone tell you otherwise.
I feel like lots of people have thought that, and that was their last thought they had.
Those people were foolish.
Agreed.
You just obviously exhausted with this entire conversation.
Are we still role playing? Is that? Are you guys just having a moment?
So, I guess I will turn to the group and be like, seems like maybe we should check out the chapel and then go through the door.
And then fuck with the squirrels.
Wait, do you mean the side door or the chapel? Because chapel's to the north, and then there's a door to the east, right?
Correct.
I feel like that door leads.
That door leads to
definitely
the
an
other
Amber
wing.
problem.
There's a whole other wing, apparently.
There you go.
I've seen a little
Yeah.
glimpse of it.
Right. But the people who leave through that door.
Oh,
do
they never
go
come
to
back.
the But do they go to the chapel first?
One did, yes. One went to the chapel and then went to that door, and then they never came back. Lots of screaming.
Yeah.
Which, in the chapel or the other door?
Oh, both. But the other door was quite loud. But also music, trumpets, definitely some violins. It was kind of
Ooh, an
horribly
orchestra.
lovely. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, a good
I
way
do
to
like
die.
brass.
Pick it up, pick it up.
It was a ska band.
Great.
Do you guys have ska where you are?
Unfortunately.
What do you mean, unfortunately? How else are you going to get through high school?
Jesus Christ, of course you like ska. Minus 500 XP. So what do you
I mean, that breaks even.
So what do
We
you all
only
do?
have ska because I haven't gotten to kill all of them yet.
Poor Rudy's.
Would you ever knock on? Oh, you're just stabbing people in the back.
You'll never take away my checkered belt.
Jesus.
Let's check out this chapel first.
All right. Do you want to continue down the path then? Because it continues to the east. Sorry.
Before we leave,
course.
Quaxman, we'll say, my lady, this is a small token. Perhaps you're already capable of doing this, but I would like to leave you with something. And he walks up to the chest, sort of like gingerly, and then takes out a quill and then scribbles a rune on it, and then it like snaps shut, glows for a second, and then pops back open. He casts Arcane Lock on it, so she can open it whenever she wants, but anytime she wants, she can close it, and it's just locked, and can't be opened except with other kinds of magic.
It's been so long since someone's given me a gift. Thank you. I will treasure this.
Ha ha ha! Lovely, lovely.
All right. So you all continue on?
Let's do this shit.
Let's
Chapel.
do it.
All right. Let's take a short break. I need to run the head real quick, and then we'll be right back. Sound good?
Dope, dope.
Awesome. All right. And we are back. So, what are you all doing?
Let's rip that chapel apart, because I feel like that's going to be at least information, because we still, like, how did we get here? What is going on? How many people do I have to kill to go home? Because so far, we haven't actually killed anybody. We squished a spider. We're doing great.
Well, there were many, many ghosts.
That doesn't count. They were dead.
As a man of the cloth, I would prefer we don't desecrate a temple, even if it's not to my deity.
I mean,
It's very respectful of you. I'd like you to take inspiration for that.
Worked out so well for you last time.
So you can follow the road or head off it. Which do you wish to do? The road heads due east and then curves north.
Allison, will this road lead to the chapel?
Well, it'll lead to the chapel. You'll cross a bridge and be careful of the troll. Then you'll head north and there'll be a fountain and you'll kind of meander a bit. And eventually, yes, you will end up at the chapel.
We gotta get this guy into the union, because, like, trolls and their stereotypes are really fucking holding us back as goblinoids. I guess trolls aren't strictly goblinoids, but they're still, like, people class them in with us, and, like,
No,
I
troll bridge.
I certainly hope the fire stereotype holds.
I don't want to do anything for a goddamn troll.
All right, let's just let him on fire then.
All right. So you're continuing along the path.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
I guess we're going to walk right into this troll.
yep, you wander along the path and you come to the foot of a bridge. You basically walk east for a while, curve to the north, and then directly west is a long stone bridge that reaches out over the river. A 10-foot wide wooden stone bridge spans a meandering stream. The path continues across the bridge. On the side of the bridge closest to you, you see a humanoid with the head and horns of a billy goat saying, "Please don't eat me, Mr. Troll. My brothers who are right behind me are much bigger and fatter than I am." And then he scampers across the bridge.
That was a pretty good setup for that guy.
I really don't appreciate the idea that I'm that thing's brother, because I guarantee you that's the arc that Troll's gonna go with, and I'm not gonna be happy about it. Let's walk straight into this pond.
What are you doing?
You want
To
to
the
walk straight to the bridge. Okay.
All right.
All right.
You step just 1 foot on the edge of the bridge, and you see a hand, whoom, come to the edge of it, and a hand, whoom, comes to the other edge of it, and around from the side pokes the head of the largest troll you have ever seen, probably 20 feet tall, dripping in ichor and water as its fangs can barely fit inside its mouth, and it turns its head to face you. "What do you have to offer me?"
Well, his brothers are coming right up behind us, so if you want to just wait on the goats cook up better than goblinoids. We're stringy, and he's a gnome. Like, there's no meat on that. Like, he's actually more spring than he is meat.
Persuasion.
I like how that's persuasion, because everything I've said is true.
Yeah.
22. Wait,
Looks at you.
Yes. 22.
Looks at the gnome. Looks at you. Looks at the gnome. You may pass. And the claws scrape along the edge of the stone bridge that retracts back underneath it.
God, Loxy, look, I know I called.
down at the stream, like, there's no way a 20-foot troll fits it. What? It doesn't fucking matter. We're just talking before he
Listen,
figures it.
Loxy, I know I called you a chucklehead, but you done good here, buddy.
I mean, I want to remind you guys that after all the effort you guys went through to cheat at poker, I just won at poker. Like,
That's a hell
All
of a
right.
face card you just
Loxy,
pulled.
take the compliment. All right.
I'm just saying, like, I'm not good at everything, but I'm good at a few things.
How about you just beat feet across this bridge so that we don't have to do this whole thing a second time?
Let's.
All right.
All right.
Let it.
You continue on to the west, it curves due north, and before you is a fountain. In the center of the indoor forest is a circular pool of water. The pool is fed by the stream that meanders through the forest. Meanders. It meanders through the forest. Meanders. In the middle of the pool is a fountain. The fountain is shaped like 3 interlocked gargoyles that seem very realistically carved. The gargoyles spray water from their mouths. Embedded in the base of the trio of statues, you see the lid of a metal chest. The lid is padlocked.
Everything in this forest is a trap.
It's a fair fucking bet.
I don't like it. I'm very tempted, though.
Perhaps the person who springs traps should take a look at this.
I'm gonna lean against one gargoyle and just look to the other gargoyle and go like, so do you like conjure the water, or is there a pipe running up your ass?
So you're leaning against the gargoyle and you've said this, right?
Leaning against one gargoyle, talking to the other gargoyle.
Nothing happens. The gargoyles continue to spew water. Very realistic, but unmoving.
I mean, my money's that they move.
I turned to Quaximum and I'm like, we're going to split this 3 ways at the end of this little encounter, right? Because it's going to be Quaximum and Associates pretty soon, I'm feeling.
Hey, everyone we have talked to has been very sociable. We've been at this, 4 sessions, and we fought a spider.
That's true. You've had 1 round of combat against a spider and nothing else.
We killed that spider immediately.
Instantly. Everything else has been bullshit communication and nothing else.
First of all, I beat the shit out of that clay golem.
That was a boxing match.
Why does anyone think I'm a good DM? I have had no combat. This is not Dungeons and Dragons. We're just having a fucking stupid ass conversation between us. That's all that's happening right now.
That's all
Yet they
D&D
turn up for
is.
some
People
reason.
keep pretending like there's a whole rule system running it. Like there's a fucking bunch of spells and a bunch of things that say roll a d20 and tell them if it.
I'm the biggest fucking hack. I swear to God I am.
All right, I'm just gonna turn to Shiv and go like, do you want to try the chest? Because if you want to try the chest, I mean, this has honestly never gone poorly for us. This has just become some nonsense. We can keep going to the chapel though.
Look, I've never been known to let a chest go unopened. Let me just take a look at this.
All right.
What am I
Lockjaw has become entirely too confident in this.
So,
I forget what I'm rolling. Investigation?
well, what are you doing, Shiv? Tell me what you're doing.
I'm checking the chest for traps.
Okay, so you're going to lean in and check the chest. So the chest is in the middle of this fountain. So you step into the fountain, or you're just looking at it from where you are?
I will. Oh, you know what I'll do? I'll unsheath my my Mortal Kombat sword, and
I was sleeping.
Listen, Swordy. You're gonna get a little bit.
I have
of
a name. I have a name.
Remind me
Swordy.
again?
Lance.
That's what I said, Swordy.
My name is Lance.
Lance.
No, it's not.
Lance.
It's Justin. I'm sorry. My name is Justin.
Okay, Justin.
This is so
Bear with
tolerable.
me here, buddy.
If you gave her a sword named Lance, I would be so mad at you.
Are we at a park? I like a park. I would rather be in the city, though. Did I tell you I come from the land of law?
You have mentioned that. Now, just hold on for a second. I'm gonna just dip you into this water, and you're just gonna. It's gonna feel good. It's gonna feel cool and refreshing. I'm just gonna put you in the drink for just a moment, and then you tell me what it feels like. And I'm gonna dip Justin, like the end of him, into the.
It's like cold and wet, but like there's someone here. There's someone here, and I would like you to roll a dexterity save.
My 15th 7. 14.
Okay. A watery hand thrusts out and claps around your neck and drags your head underwater. Initiative.
I found a trap.
Seems like you were right about 3 people.
18.
God damn it.
Who's keeping track of initiative for me? Because I'm a moron. I'm a bad DM.
Not it.
I'll do it.
Thank you.
Oh, you got it? Cool. Cool.
Dirk, what did you get?
18.
What did I get? 6.
So the stream is, like 20 seconds delayed, and I saw Ishan that we both touched our nose at like the exact same moment.
Good for you two. You guys are so
Photo
trained,
finish.
so well together.
That's a home group for you.
That's right.
Loxy?
14.
Say again?
14.
14. Quaxy?
11.
Okay, and I got a 6.
And I got a 19.
Okay. What the hand?
Okay. I need you to roll an opposed strength check. And I need you to beat a 22.
Oh, that'll be no problem. You're talking to me, right? 'Cause
Correct.
it has
Yes.
its
I'm
hands
sorry,
around it.
Shiv. Yeah.
No, that's okay.
Does Shiv being a powerful build have any impact on this?
Tell me what powerful build does.
It treats us as large for like carrying capacity and things like that.
In this
for
particular
push
instance, then no,
drag.
it does not do anything.
Okay. Okay, so strength. That's a 19.
Okay, so you are grabbed by the throat, immediately drug under the water, and you are drowning. So if you do not break free on your turn, you will begin to drown. Who's up next?
Next is Dirk.
Okay, so Dirk, what do you have
Well,
seen?
wait.
Sorry,
So
go
is
ahead.
that the hands, the bad guy's turn?
Yes, that is the bad guy's
Okay.
turn.
Okay.
I
So then,
apologize.
yeah,
Yeah.
Dirk. No, it's okay.
So I just saw a hand grab
If
my
the
twin
water
brother.
could form a hand, yeah. So the water has formed a hand and grabbed grabbed Shiv by the throat and drug his whole head under the water.
I mean, no way I'm not diving in after my twin brother. So,
Right.
like, I'm gonna dive in and start pulling him out.
Okay. All right. I would like you to roll a strength check with advantage because Shiv is obviously struggling, and I would
Can
like you. Sorry. Go ahead.
Can I make the case for athletics because this is kind of like a deadlift kind of move here, right?
Totally. You're still going to beat a 17.
I just rolled a 17 on the dice.
There we
so
go.
I'm
We're
gonna
good.
Be good.
You're able
Yeah,
to break Shiv free, right? And as you do, like you see the water in front of you form and pull up out of the water into this semi-humanoid form, and there is clearly a being that exists in part of the water who roars as bubbles escape its mouth.
Gotcha.
Thanks.
Always having to pull you out of a pinch.
Sorry, Dirk. See, I put it on my tab. Got the snake bite and then the one drowning. Pull you out of a body of water.
I'll bill you later.
All right, who's up?
After Dirk is Loxy.
I am just going to look at that thing and I'm just going to cast Shatter in the center of the fountain.
Interesting. All right, excellent.
Just going
And-
to see if it leaks everywhere.
Are you casting it on the fountain or on the creature?
Well, it is a, 10-foot radius.
Gotcha.
So, yes.
Oh, that's like
I
the whole
suppose
fountain.
the
Right,
answer.
so yes
Yeah.
is the answer, right. All right. And what is the saving throw?
It is a con DC 14 for half damage.
Okay, I did make that, so go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, so it's going to be 23 half.
Well, also remember, shatter automatically damages anything that's non-magical.
Yes, so
Right,
I am
correct.
going to shatter basically the fountain and probably honestly the chest.
Yes. Okay, so you cast Shatter, and cracks appear in the fountain, and chunks of it blow out. The creature seems to recoil and scream as water leaks out from the cracks and then gets sucked right back into it as it roars again, seemingly unaffected.
Interesting.
Don't you tell me it's not affected. It's thunder damage. There's no way this water has resistance to thunder damage.
I mean, it's hard to tell. Like, how would you tell if water was damaged?
Yeah, I don't fucking know. I'm just being a shit.
Yes. No, I'm quite
I'm
used to
just
that.
Fair. Then I'm just gonna kind of stand there with them all like, all right, let's fucking do
Let's
this
fucking
shit."
go. Yep. All right, who's up?
Quacks.
So, Quaxum's gonna backpedal, get far away from this fountain.
Yeah.
This doesn't look friendly.
Not so far,
And then
no.
From his pocket, he's gonna pull out little ball of interwoven metal leaves, toss it on the ground, and it pops up into a little bunny rabbit. Hello, Pickle Widget. And he taps the rabbit with his walking stick, and it sort of reconfigures where the ears, whereas before they're sort of like up, high up, and makes a squeaking sound, makes everybody feel better. Now the top of the ears tilt down like this.
Okay.
And
Battle mode.
Pickle Widget, attack.
And what the fuck does this little battle rabbit magic clockwork rabbit do?
21 AC on the
21
the thing in
hits?
the thumb.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's good. And a beam of magical energy fires from the ears.
Oh, wow. Okay. And what kind of damage does that do?
It does 8 force damage.
Force damage. Okay, so describe how this happens. This bullshit happens. Describe how this goes down.
The ear just goes
Yeah.
and fires essentially like a laser beam from the ears into center mass of this water creature.
Yeah, that seems effective. It blows a hole right through it. The hole reforms, but the creature seems to like curl down, and it looks like it feels pain. I mean, if water could feel pain, that's what you're seeing right now.
That's good. That's good. All right. Quacks is done for right now.
Who's next?
Okay, so it's me. I guess I'm just gonna hope that Justin can do some damage. So I'm gonna swing Justin.
Okay. Now you, I believe you took the gambit of +3 on Justin, correct?
Yeah, I did.
Yes. Okay. Then roll as a +3. I believe longsword is what we said.
Short sword.
Short sword. Pardon me.
Yeah.
+3 short sword. Yep.
Cool. So that's a natural 1.
Oh no. Okay. Okay. So what were you trying to do?
I was trying to make a heroic and strong just swipe through this water monster.
Okay, so this bunny, this little clockwork bunny showed up and fired lasers into this thing and blew a hole right through it, and you come running right up after it. You plant a foot on this bunny's head, you launch off it, you spin in the air, and you pull out this magical sword that glistens with energy as you go to chop right through it, but your hands are wet and they slip. And the sword fires out of your hands and flies and sticks right in that middle fountain, and you kind of drop to the ground, but you've done absolutely nothing at all. Who's next?
Justin, you did this. I'm like turning into
If a sword could be like, fuck you, bitch, like that's what happens right now.
Shiv is turning into like Chunk from the Goonies. I'm just like I'm just having like pratfalls. I'm just like slipping and sliding on it.
Yes, exactly.
So the next, it's at the top of the order again. So it's the water monster guy.
All right. Water explodes from all sides of the fountain, striking all of you in a wave. I need a DC 15 strength save from
How far
everyone.
away would it hit?
Up to 20 feet. So everyone around.
Maximum is definitely not within 20 feet. Backpedal.
Are you not? How are you not? Oh, all right, fine. You're out of it. I'll accept that. The rest of you have to roll a strength save.
Oh, don't.
13.
Did anyone beat 15?
No, I didn't.
None of you. Okay.
15? Oh, damn.
You would, yeah, none of you, right? All right. So all of you, as you're slammed by water, you take 8 points of damage. Oh, sorry, 8 plus 4, 12 points of damage. And you are grappled. The water slams into you and then swirls around you and seems to hold you in place. It is curling up towards your face and neck, like you feel like if it's going to start to drown you on the next round.
Remember your temp HP.
Yep. Haven't felt real pain yet.
Oh, regarding temp HP, when we drank the tea, does that replenish the temporary HP that we had? No, that's just
No.
okay.
It would just heal your wounds, yeah.
Okay, cool. So next in the order is Dirk.
So
You are currently held in place by water. It's swirled up around your legs, and it's coming up towards your mouth.
yep.
Actually, do we have time for a quick reaction, if I may?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Yeah, Hellish Rebuke.
Oh, excellent. All right.
So,
How does that work?
Dex save of 14.
Which I failed miserably.
Okay, I'm just going to do a quick 4d10.
A quick what now?
Yeah. You heard me, boy.
Just call me boy. Well, you're in for it now.
So that's going to be 21 points of fire damage.
Jesus. Okay. All right. So you,
I only cast at 3rd level slots.
as
so-
the water wraps around you, right, there's an explosion from you, and it just evaporates into steam. And you hear a voice in the back of your head that kind of bounces from side to side in this deep, echoing, reverberating voice. Don't say I never did anything for you. As steam explodes from all sides, you are not grappled.
Cool.
Lockjaw isn't grappled.
Correct. Lockjaw is not grappled. Dirk, you're up.
I mean, Dirk is a very physical person.
Yes,
like,
yes.
Like Dirk is an accomplished like pugilist and wrestler, and like honestly, like this hand does not intimidate him even in the least.
No.
And certainly not before he starts drowning. So I think what Dirk will do is summon his spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Which he already tried once and didn't really turn out for him. So this time he is optimistic that we'll get a little more support from Grankul. And so like he conjures his spiritual weapon is a dagger. Basically.
Okay, excellent.
The
Would
weapon
you
of the
describe
underhanded.
this dagger and how it's summoned?
So my holy symbol is like literally a dagger that I keep in my belt, right? And so like I just like my hand just kind of like goes to it in confidence, and then like shimmering like in this kind of like dark miasma in front of me is a ritual knife, basically.
Awesome.
That proceeds to then go to stabby work on the hand that is gripping me.
So the first thing I need you to do then is to break this grapple, to be able to like force your way through it. So I need you to roll against it, whether with strength or athletics or dexterity, however you wish. DC 14.
Okay. I mean the spiritual weapon acts on its own though. I don't control it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is a 14.
Yeah. So you, I mean, you have to fight. Like the current is strong, even though it's just this water swirling around you. It's like you were trapped over. When you were young, when you were a very young little bugbear, right? You were always curious. You were always adventurous, and you would always go just beyond where you were supposed to be. Like if the lampposts were gonna come on, you were out just a couple minutes later. And one time you were by this river, and you saw a shiny. And boy, that shiny looked good. It was a ring, and you knew that was going to be good. But the current took you. It took you downstream and hundreds of feet. And before you could even realize where you were, boom, you were out in the ocean. And you panicked for a moment, but you were able to contain yourself. You were able to control it. You were able to find focus. And despite this riptide, you swum to the shore. And that memory sparks right now as you reach for your dagger and you clear this water with no problem whatsoever. What are you doing next?
So my spiritual weapon will attack, and then I will also toll the dead.
Nice.
Because I want this thing gone.
Yes.
So the spiritual dagger has 16 versus AC.
Yep, that will do it.
And that is 6 damage, force damage.
Okay.
And then Toll the Dead is a wisdom save for the target.
Wisdom save. So I rolled a 9.
That will not make it.
All right.
And it has lost HP, right?
Yes, it has. Definitely lost HP.
Then that's 2d12 damage.
Oh, god damn.
11 to 13 damage.
Okay, I would like you to describe how Toll the Dead works in this instance.
Yeah, so there is the sound of a bell, like a literal bell tolling. Not super loud, right? Just kind of like the
But deep and low, enough to shatter water, enough to reverberate throughout the entire river all around you.
right. And this is water is important to life, obviously, but it's also important to poison. So I think this is that sort of like necrotic sap. Like it's almost like polluting the water. It's probably like along with the dagger itself, it like pollutes it.
Yes.
And then like sort of just sucks the water out.
Yeah. So this darkness emanates you from like ink. Ink flows from your back. This dark ink that like water can't penetrate. Like if Vanta Black was like bleeding into the water around you, and it seems to recoil and scream and bubble at your edges as you just refuse to be drowned.
Yep.
Who's next?
Next is Luxie.
I am going to shift my pack weapon. It's going to become a short sword,
Okay.
and I'm going to toss it to Shiv.
Interesting. So you're what was it before? It was a short sword.
It was a maul, so it's
Okay.
actually going to like basically the head of it is
Yeah.
going to shrink in, and
Yeah.
the entire length of the shaft is basically just shrinking into the blade of the short sword. And I kind of toss it off to my side and just chip. Here you go. And
Excellent.
I'm going to run for her sword. Or
Okay.
his sword.
Right. So you're gonna run into the water for the sword.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So you sprint there, you get to the sword, you grab the hilt of it, and it's like, you're all so gross.
Oh God, no! I have enough fucking voices in my head. Shut up.
And what do you do?
I think
Is that all
shifting
your
the
actions?
packed weapon is an action. So.
Yes, it is. So you're gonna and try and make that a packed weapon?
No. I mean, like changing it from the maul to the
Right, that is an action.
sword, and then
yeah,
yeah,
and then your
so-
movement. Okay, got you. But
and then
you're
I'm just
there at
getting
the hilt.
her sword or his sword back, so that we can have everybody hold a weapon.
Perfect. Who's next?
Quacks.
Maximum backpedals again.
55 feet away. You're basically outside of the forest now.
If they all die, it's better for me not to be there. I don't want to see
Man,
it.
shit got wild in there.
Yeah.
There is a troll on the other end of that bridge.
True.
You backpedal just far enough.
That's right. To safety.
Yeah.
And then points his walking stick at the water creature. Pickle Widget's ears realign, and then he says, "Pickle Widget, fusillade!" And then the rabbit ears fire a beam of energy, and a burst of flame also fires out of the end of his walking stick.
Neat.
And
Combo attack.
yeah, it's a 17 AC
That'll hit.
from Quaximum and a 23 AC from Pickle Widget.
That'll definitely hit.
And then Pickle Widget does 7 force, and Quaximum does 20 fire.
So 27 points
Damn,
total.
Quacks.
Holy shit. Okay, so that's actually wrong. Okay, so you blast from both sides. These beams of energy combine in the center and blow out a hole in this creature. The whole thing collapses to the ground. Rain falls down around you, and it seems to crawl back to its feet with its eyes locked on you. Who's next?
Uh-oh.
Me.
All right.
So
It's launching for Quaximum, so it's kind of like forming a column of water directly in front of you.
do I need to spend an action getting the sword that Lockjaw just threw at me?
How are you going to get the sword?
Well, here's the thing. I actually have another short sword
Okay.
on me.
Yeah.
So I would like to. I'm gonna try to just catch it. And,
Yes. It
I don't know.
immediately appears in your hand.
Oh, great. Okay.
Like
awesome.
as you
All right.
reach for it, as you wish for it, and you feel the will to have it, it seems to be drawn to you.
Oh, I like that. Better than Justin, mouthy little bastard.
Justin sucks. He's back.
You're a real stand-up guy, Loxie. I yell, and then I'm gonna charge to the water column that's attacking Quaximum.
Nice.
This is a short sword, right?
Yes, correct.
That's a 23.
Absolutely hits.
Booyah.
I went into the water to get that short sword back. Does that put me in position that Sally gets her sneak attack?
Oh yeah, totally, 100%.
Oh, dang. Forgot
And
about
I'm
that.
currently
100%.
grappled by it too, right?
Yep, you are all basically very much
True,
threatening
true.
this column of water. You're all
Okay,
very
so that's-
scary to water, just like Republicans.
So that's
Trump.
10 plus my sneak attack is 3, I think. 3d6. 20.
Okay, so as this column of water explodes past you, you just grab this sword at a midair, spin around, and hold that blade, and the water just courses through it, splits into two forms, seems to explode in front of you with this gigantic scream as it forms into rain that falls down all around you. And then silence.
I'm gonna take Justin, flip it around in my hand to the blade, and pass it back to Shiv.
You're worse than the other.
Shut up.
You shut up.
Thanks, Lexi. I appreciate it.
Tell him
And
to
I'm
shut
gonna-
up. I don't like him. Tell him to shut up.
Justin, you're going to go in the sheath.
No,
If
I
you
don't
keep-
want to go in the sheath. I'm
I'm
tired
going
of
to
the
put
sheath.
Justin in the sheath.
And he's, then quieted, yes.
The moment he takes Justin back, my packed weapon just disappears.
Absolutely. However, there was a moment where you felt like you could have incorporated Justin as a packed weapon.
No. God, no.
Just
no,
say it. You can
no.
if you wish to.
Fuck no. No.
I would love to have Justin ringing loan services.
Oh, yeah.
God.
Right, just like lead him up against the phone. What? What do you want?
Like a chatbot to respond to telemarketers.
Exactly.
Hold, what I asked of you.
Hold.
I don't know what you expect out of me, but you do not talk to me that way.
I am
Big-
not your servant.
Big and you are energy. That David Spade character on SNL.
Yes, 100%. It's exactly what it is. Little headset, blonde little wisp of hair. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, so it is, all you can hear is like, again, the squirrels on the edges, the birds above you, the meandering of the stream. Otherwise, it's as if nothing happened.
Is the fountain dry now?
No, it refills with water, but it just, as you like splash in it, touch the edges of it, it's just water.
And the chest situation.
Oh, yeah, I
Chest
never
is
got to
sitting
the
right in the
chest
center.
again.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're gonna go ahead and have to murder a few gargoyles to get at this chest, I would rather do it now rather than later while I still have Grand Cool's blessing. And I kind of like, I reach towards my my spiritual weapon and just kind of pass through it.
Okay. Pass through what? I'm sorry. What are you trying to pass
It's
through?
just a spectral weapon, so I'm
Right.
just like kind of like pointing out like this isn't gonna last forever.
Yeah. Yeah, fair. Yeah, fair. I mean,
Like,
nothing
roughly,
reacts to you.
9 more rounds.
Exactly. Yeah. So are you walking into the fountain?
I guess I
mean,
will.
I'm
'cause
standing in the
That's
fountain.
actually my job
Yeah.
is to tank anyway, so I
Right.
will walk in and grab the thing. Yeah, I'll just do that.
You're able to walk in and get right to the fountain and right to the chest in the center of it. Just like it's about maybe like just under your knees. So it's like shin high. You know what I mean?
I'll give it a quick once over to make sure there's
Mm-hmm.
no obvious trap on it.
It doesn't. Roll me perception.
That was pretty good. 12 plus 6, 18.
Okay. Doesn't seem to be trapped whatsoever. In fact, it's like the lock on it, as you're looking at it, clicks open.
Well, some of us get lucky, and I will open the chest.
Inside
It's
the
from everything in here is a trap.
you are nearly blinded by the pile of gold you see in front of you. 3,000 gold pieces filled to the brim of this chest, and at the top of it, a key made of solid amber. And throughout this amber are a variety of insects and tiny lizards trapped within it, maybe 24 of them forming within the entire set of the key. So it's just screaming bodies trapped in fear and death, and then amber.
That checks out.
Jurassic key, and I take it and toss it.
Excellent.
And then I start shoveling gold into my bag of holding.
As you're doing it, like as your show, like your little screen pops up, and it just adds to your total.
I'm
That's
helping
getting
Dirk
split.
shovel the gold in.
Very, very kind. A little window pops up next to yours as well. Every time you shovel some, your window goes up. Every time Dirk shovels some, Dirk window goes up.
Oh, I say to the window,
Yeah.
This is actually split 4 ways, and we'll net out the carrying fee later.
The window blanks for a second, and you see like a little scrolling beach ball, and then it pops back in, and you see it evenly distributing to everyone.
Don't worry, I'll tip you at the end. I appreciate your service.
All right. And it pops out of existence.
I mean, one working class stiff to another, you gotta,
All right. What are you doing next?
So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that this key is for the door at the end of the road. That just stands to reason because ambers, if I've learned anything, are theatrical and suck.
Both things are incredibly fair. Take inspiration. That is basically the whole theme of this entire adventure. So go ahead and take inspiration.
Ambers are theatrical
and suck. Yes.
Otherwise, do we still want to check out that church and see what the fuck is going on?
This is
Also,
the
like
road
if
to
we
the
could
chapel.
take like an hour and just chill for a minute, I can get my spells back, and then we
true.
can make sure that if anything goes horribly wrong, I can light more things on fire.
This does seem like a lovely place to rest. It's calm and peaceful. The water is clear and refreshing
Now that
even
the
to be
water's
around.
fucking dead.
That's true. That does help. Does help if the water isn't alive.
We've stabbed the water to death now. It seems like it's not going to be a problem.
Yes. Would you like to take a short rest?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
As you do, you notice squirrels playing on the road further to the north around you. You see them occasionally come out, grab an acorn, wrestle with each other, whatever, and then dash back to the sides of the road, maybe 60 feet ahead to the north.
Quacks.
Yes.
It's a podcast.
Fucking squirrels. Not a podcast, it's a stream. They're
It's
all
also
watching.
a podcast. It's both things. Thank
we're-
you.
Oh, yeah. For the podcast benefit,
There you go.
Lockjaw gestures with his head towards the squirrels several times emphatically, and then realizes that he's supposed to say things out loud for the podcast.
Yes, exactly.
You lovely people.
So
Hi.
Quaxum starts just bellowing. Hello, my friends. Hello. I bring greetings from Allison.
And the squirrels kind of look up and they scatter.
She says she misses you very much. If you would like to have some tea with her, she is very amenable.
The squirrels do not reappear.
I think they got the
could've
message.
gone
They're
better.
probably off to have tea.
Let's go with that, Quacks.
I'm very happy we were able to do a good deed.
Dirk is
you
taking a
enjoying your
nap.
nap?
Dirk,
Yeah.
Dirk is like a Marine. He can sleep anywhere.
Right? You just like fall, you lean against the thing and fall asleep standing up, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, Dirk will fuck anything and sleep anywhere.
Dude, that is fucking truth. I was in the Navy. That is absolutely truth. They fall asleep fucking anywhere. Anywhere. Little shave, fucking jar haircuts. All right, so you all rest for an hour. It is peaceful and lovely. And go ahead and take all your spells back. If you want to roll hit dice, go ahead and do that. And you feel good. You feel rested.
Hey, Ishan, can we get more temp HP? I've yet to lose any. I've yet to bleed my own blood.
Well, here's the thing about Pickle Widget is after about an hour, Pickle Widget falls back asleep, and I gotta spend a spell slot to bring it back until after a long rest. And I gotta spend a spell slot to switch Pickle Widget's forms.
Yeah.
Yeah. You.
So
how
maybe
they get
wait
you.
for a bit till you need it. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. All right. Do you continue along the path then?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, I think.
Okay. So the path winds a little bit to the west, a little bit north. Again, those shapes are moving just beyond, but like now that you've seen them for a while, occasionally you hear the sound of a chain, the sound of a door collapsing. You're starting to realize that these things aren't real. They're mechanical creations just beyond the edge of your vision that seem to invoke dread, but nothing else. They just continuously are generated on either side of this path until you come all the way to the north and you see a path heading north towards a door and a path heading continuously to the east. And to the front of you is a giant door with an amber's head logo above it, so the lion's head right above the door, and various imagery that would indicate that this is probably a religious place.
So, Aram, are you saying like with the mechanical sounds that we're hearing, it's like the garden is being like created just beyond our eyesight, or is
No,
it just
it's-
like a spectral sound?
Yes, it's like a spectral sound. So like if
Okay.
imagine if there was mechanical creations within the garden.
Got it.
Right?
Okay.
If there was like moving things within the garden, if it was the smoke monster from Lost, right?
Sure.
You know,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, before Lost sucked. If it was that, you're seeing that just beyond your vision.
4. Let's be
So-
honest. If it's not going anywhere, all that work still sucked.
Anything anything after season 1.5, basically. That's what you're seeing right now.
Season 3 was okay.
We could argue.
I still feel like all of that only seemed good because you thought it was going somewhere.
Yeah,
None
that's
of
why.
this is
Okay.
important.
Side note:
Let's
I will
open
never
that
trust
door.
J.J. Abrams for anything. Everything he does is bullshit. Whether it's Star Wars, whether it's Star Trek, he has failed in any way to bring anything original to anything he has ever fucking done. It's just goddamn retreads and bullshit that he pulls from his goddamn Alias show that he shoves into other projects and thinks, "Oh, I'm clever." J.J. Abrams, you're a fucking hack, and I hate you. And I will never
And your
trust
face
anything you
sucks.
do. Anyways, continuing. There's a door to the north, and there is a
Real
path
talk
that
here on
continues to
Castle
the
Amber.
east.
Yeah. The Ambers have a strange religion.
An anti-J.J. Abrams religion.
Their Satan figure is a bit odd.
Is there a lock on the chapel door?
Doesn't appear to be a lock at all.
Interesting.
Let's open that fucking door.
Let's do it.
All right. So you
Churches aren't trapped, Dirk.
No, of course not. They're welcoming to all. So you step forward and throw open these double pair of doors, and beyond you is this large building of the Amber family chapel. Brightly colored stained glass windows are inset into the walls. The pews are made of intricately carved oak and have plush velvet cushions. The wood is the floors are wood parquet, making a colorful pattern. The entire building seems strangely garish and lewdly decorated for a religious house. Lining up along the south, east, and west walls are 24 marble statues. The statues, while carved wearing saintly gowns, actually seem to mock saintliness. The sarcastic, leering faces of the statues all bear a distinctive amber cast. I'm going to open up a new page here to get us into the chapel. And here we are.
Does Dirk recognize what deity this chapel might be devoted to?
Roll me a religion.
Okay.
What, isn't what you do? You're a fucking cleric.
That is your job, like specifically.
Excuse me for asking you to do what you do.
That's my job. It's not my vocation.
That is some fucking truth right there. That is some hard truth.
I did roll well, so 17 plus 0. 17.
So imagine So imagine if you were Christian and you saw Christian ideology, but it was oddly weird. So like instead of a crucifix, there was instead of a crucifix, there was a Jesus with folded arms standing above a clamshell, right? So it's all like familiar but also wrong. Does that make sense?
It does. What's the closest badge of a church? What's the closest holy symbol that I might be able to have to align to this strange church?
It's difficult to tell, but wait, are we playing like in like standard D&D? religions? Is that what we're doing here? Okay.
You're the DM. Don't ask me.
Well, like, what is
I don't
yours?
know,
Let's start with yours. What is your
we got like,
religion?
We got like pan unicorn, so I don't know.
What is your religion, Dirk? Who do you follow?
So Dirk follows Grancool, who is the deceiver god of the bugbears.
Okay.
So he pretends to, like, he publicly follows Maglubiet, who is the god, like the evil god of goblins. He's
Okay.
like the overlord god of goblins.
Okay. So,
But he frequently, I mean, he
Gond.
fakes it, right? He's trickery.
Yes.
So Gond. Okay.
Gond is the one. It's the
I filtered
closest
through my
religion is
bag and-
Gond.
Gond, wait. That's Quaxum's deity.
Yes, it is.
Oh, we worship the same god, and I pull out a holy symbol of Gond and kind of affix it to my leather jacket.
All right. So you do that, and nothing happens.
Stands
Well,
to reason.
never hurts to have a little faith.
Which, of course, never does.
Lockjaw starts wandering into the church, just kind of taking her in.
What are you looking
never-
at, Lockjaw?
I've never seen Gond portrayed with the clamshell iconography before, but it suits him.
Usually it's the gears and the whole build and shit.
Yeah, so imagine like
Typically.
a clamshell's open, filled with gold and gears and mechanical things, and a man stands above it, arms out like this, with just a single line of silk covering his bits, right? As it swirls around him, and his hair flows behind him.
Yes, and that's strange too. Gond is usually au natural.
Yeah. Cowards.
That's what you're looking
Oh,
at.
the best.
Lockjaw, where are you wandering towards?
I'm just wandering towards the front of the church, like between the pews, just kind of taking in like. I'm assuming you invoked Jesus, and now I'm just picturing like standard Catholic
Right.
opulence, and
Oh,
stained glass,
right.
and
We are so joyful. We are so happy. Like that kind of shit. Yeah. So you're wandering like straight forward. But as you enter this chapel, to the west, you hear scratching and a clawing from beneath the floorboards.
folks, there's a basement here, and it ain't good. Actually, it could be an amber. I would give it even odds that it is some sort of monster that is going to fight us, or an amber, which, like, honestly, 6 of one, half dozen of another.
Well, what are we looking for here, though?
Honestly, I just want to know what the fuck is going on and how to get out. Because, like, we're progressing through this mansion, right? But all we know is we're going to the other side of it. We don't know who we're looking for, or how to get out, or what the fuck is going on.
Then I will look for books.
No books you can see right now. Just the statues that line the wall, the pews that go directly to the north, and an altar in front of you.
I will look for the closest thing to books, which I assume is the inscriptions on the statues.
Yes, absolutely. So you walk towards one of the statues, and there is an inscription under it, and it has a name. That doesn't mean anything to you, but as you look at it, you hear a cracking and a creaking, and the statue comes to life and begins to reach for you. And as you look to the left and right, every other statue is coming to life as well. And we're going to hold right there. Thank you all for joining us for this adventure through Castle Amber. We'll be back next week, and we will kill all of these fuckers dead as dead can be.
But the statues are us.
Yeah, right, the statue, well, they will be. And we're going to start with Shiv. Please tell us who you are and where we can find more of your wonderful things.
Hi, I am Sally. You can find me on Twitter at Sally T. And you can listen to the podcast that I co-host called The Struggle Bus, which is an advice show. And it's a good time.
And I will again say the Struggle Bus has been a really life-affirming thing for me. I have huge issues with mental health, as anyone who follows me can probably tell. And to hear other voices talk about things and make them not feel strange and not feel alien and not feel like something that's only your problem. That, I mean, I don't know how else to explain when you can hear the fact that other people like have the same struggles that you do, that they feel alone and scared and frightened, and that once that becomes normalized, even if it doesn't fix everything, it's a huge fucking gift. And I truly
Thank
appreciate
you.
the work you do. Plus,
Thank you.
You're just a kind
I will
person.
say that we
you know?
on today's episode we answered an email from a 15-year-old who's like really freaked out about the pandemic, and it was a really precious email, and I've never related to a 15-year-old more. So
That's
just
amazing.
if
That's
anyone would
amazing.
like something delightful from a 15-year-old who's very scared right now.
But you've been playing D&D with Dylan for weeks.
I will get emails at Godsfall from people who are like, hey, I'm like 16 years old and I live in Louisiana and I've never met another gay person in my life, and my parents don't know me and no one knows me, and the fact that I can listen to this show and feel slightly less alone.
Oh, I love that they email you. That's amazing.
I cry every time. I cry every damn time, and I just sent him a book. I'm like, I cried. I sent him a book, right?
Yeah.
But
I love that.
I feel like you bring that same energy. I feel like you bring that same healing force, and the fact that you
Thank
do that,
you.
and the fact that you are so kind and so accessible. It's not the best word, but like I feel like anyone who walked up to you would feel like you were their friend. And that's an amazing
you.
gift. You know what I mean?
Aram.
Yeah, it's truth.
Thank you.
It's truth.
Oh, jeez.
I listen for the hot takes.
Yeah, also a lot of hot takes,
Yes,
mostly
whichever-
from me.
You got to keep it balanced, right?
Yeah.
All right, Dirk, tell me after this what is sure to be disappointing about you.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm Shane. You can find me on Twitter at Mundangerous. That's MUN Dangerous. You can find me on Total Party Thrill. You can approach me at conventions, and I'm probably not that friendly.
Yes,
Not
you
true.
are. You are
Not
a big,
true.
lovable oaf. You really are. Like, you look scary, but you're not. You know what I mean?
I'm somewhat graceful.
He's fine, I guess.
All right, Lockjaw, tell me about you and where we can find you.
So, my name again is Dylan. You can find me at DJ Malenfant on Twitter. I don't have podcasts or interesting things to plug, so
You
instead
should.
I'm going to plug Greg Slater, who is at the Earth Sciences Department of McMaster University. It has a great lab group who are working on cool stuff in astrobiology and like oil and general gas stuff. So they got plenty of funding, and they could probably use some grad students if you're into chemistry and earth sciences and cool shit like that. Greg's great. I love Greg. I'm a physicist. I don't know anything about chemistry, and Greg is a wonderful person.
Awesome. I'll check that out. And then Quaxima, tell me where we can find you and who you are.
Hey, I'm Ishin. I am also at Total Party Thrill. You can find me on Twitter at Evil Sans Carne. That's Malice minus Meat, or at TPTcast, or you can listen to the show totalpartythrill.com or anywhere you get your podcasts.
Awesome. And my name is Aram. You can find everything I do at Vartian on Twitter. I run Godsfall. I run Rise of the Demigods, and my soul has been reaffirmed by running this game with 4 of the most lovely people I have ever had the experience of meeting. Thank you all very much, and we will see you next week. Bye, everyone.